Calling All Platforms is a production of Supporter Sound Studios. To learn more about how you can support the podcast, go to www.patreon.com/callingallplatforms.
Now, into the ticket office of Disneyland. Oh boy, let's do this.
Don't think the CIA is going to be trying to hack your second-gen iPod.
I didn't think so. There might have been a lot of illegal music on there. I wouldn't doubt it. But, I mean...
Put it in somebody's pants and have them sit on it.
Switch on and switch off. Oh, sorry. I'll go back to my hole.
iTunes is a constant source of embarrassment.
I'm just so used to barfing right now.
I really don't see Apple ever doing that.
I am Nadella.
I can't do it anymore without laughing. I was going to do the whole thing. Welcome, everyone, to the Calling All Platforms podcast. I am your host, and I am always here with Landon.
Hello.
And Caleb.
Hi.
And we are here to talk all things tech this week and last week.
Oh, yeah.
Which already goes to show that you're not always here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sped love in the news. I should start doing that. That would be hilarious. Just kind of do a quick radio announcer like, oh, yeah.
Oh, please don't. I hate radio DJs and announcers. It's just terrible.
Just have like a
They're
soundboard on my phone right here next to the mic, just like, tiki tiki.
There's a reason that if we had one, I wouldn't give it to you.
Why? Because I would just sit there and do the Mario noise. Ding, ding, ding. Probably.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's the reason right there.
Yep.
I'd probably, add a couple old modded Doom noises too. I mean, come on. Spice it up a little.
You get my favorite Doom noise in there.
Tim Allen. No, that's Home Improvement. I would do that anytime.
No, it's Doom now. I'm sorry, it's not Home Improvement anymore.
Anytime we start talking about gaming, I would just give him that.
You do that so much better than anyone else I know. I'm not sure if you should be proud of that, but there you go.
Thanks. It's sad to say that when I was a kid, I used to always just try and do voices all the time.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
And I would try. Like, I used to do, like, Simpsons. I watched a lot of Simpsons, and I tried so hard to get Barney off The Simpsons. I'd be like, hey, Homer! All the time. It was awesome. I tried to get his burp down. I couldn't do it. On command.
That would be impressive.
That same sound.
Gotta admit, yeah.
Yeah, every time. Couldn't do it, but I've tried. Guys at work like it when I do Randy Macho Man Savage.
Mm.
But that's not what we're here to talk about on the podcast. This is a tech podcast.
Yeah.
Anywho, you know what? What's that sound? That's the sound of rumors, Landon. I think we're going to have to talk to Caleb over here because I'm hearing some Apple rumors.
That's the sound of rumors? I don't know.
Is that how you're going to take it away? Come on. That was a sweet segue.
Sure, but I was trying to think of what rumors sound like, and a deflating balloon was all I could come up with.
Just pop.
No, that's better.
There you go.
It. See, he's just better at this. I don't know. Okay, you're the soundboard from now on.
You don't want that. You're going to get...
No,
it's
you
going
don't
to just start declining. I'm just going to wind up going... Landon's just going to hit the mute on me since he's like, nope, not doing it.
Let's turn down the fader on Wes, please.
As I fade away. Did you hear that? Sorry. Okay. Anyway, talking tech and rumors.
I got some Apple rumors. We got rumors. Okay, so first rumor I'm gonna just toss out here right now is that the iPhone event for this year is going to be on September 10th. Which is very much in line with where it's always been over the past several years.
It's only technically a rumor because invites haven't been sent out yet.
Right. Yes.
Which they actually probably should go out this week, I would think, right?
Yeah, they probably will. So this is based on a screenshot in the latest iOS beta that is named Hold for Release that has a screenshot of like some new like interface elements and stuff like that. That's probably intended to be shown. Maybe it's the new wallpapers for the new phones or something like that they were going for. But there it is, being held for release on September 10th.
Any rumors or big things we're looking forward to this?
Well, that's what we're going to talk about now.
I did it
so
again.
here's what you can expect coming at this iPhone event on September 20th.
Oh my gosh, I love that voice. You got to keep it, at least for this first rumor. I want to hear it. Go. Can you do this? Let's do it.
No,
Going
I
on to
can't.
the spin load.
I can't. I can only do it when I'm being like sarcastic and crazy.
Landon, let's not look at him.
I don't know. Actually, I suppose if I try to act like I'm really excited about these iPhone rumors, I might be able to get enough sarcasm in there to do that voice. So,
Caleb and
the
sarcasm.
largest iPhone of this generation is going to be called the iPhone 11 Pro.
Hey.
Because that's just
Because
names.
Apple doesn't need actual Pro devices to have the Pro name.
Names are
They've
hard.
deemed that with the MacBook.
I just hate names.
So names.
Basically what we're hearing is that we might very well get 4 iPhones.
Interesting.
We're going to get an XR version, so I guess the iPhone 11R probably, that's the cheaper one, that in theory is going to be starting somewhere around $600, all things, according to rumors. It would be nice. Starts around $600. We'll have a dual lens rear camera and no OLED display, very similar to the current XR. So that's the lower one. And then we're going to have the 11 and 11 Max or 11 Plus. No idea which one they're going to go with there, but that's basically going to be, it's the equivalent of what we currently have. The OLED displays, they'll have triple lens rear cameras. And that's cool, I guess. And then we're going to have this big one, like that's either going to be extra large. Rumors are that it's going to have Pencil support, and that they're going to be launching a smaller version of the Apple Pencil that will inductive charge off of this phone. And that's the one that's going to have the inductive charging directly off of the phone itself. That one's also going to have a triple lens rear camera, as far as I understand, and is going to be the Pro one, quote unquote. What you can hear is this is the iPhone version of a Galaxy Note. That's basically what it sounds like, which means that fundamentally unchanged from the other iPhones, except for Pencil support and maybe a bigger screen.
Is this really wanted?
I don't know. I don't want one. So
I just wondered
know.
if there's been a high demand. Or,
I don't know. Honestly, it kind of seems like at this point Apple is just kind of diversifying the iPhone portfolio to try and wrangle in as many people as they can get their hands on. And, maybe there's somebody out there that's like, the iPad mini is just too big, but I do want the Pencil support still for taking notes and whatnot. Maybe they'll go for it, but I don't know. I'd still kind of recommend getting an iPad mini with a pencil if you really want to take notes, especially since I'm sure this Pro version will start at like $1,100 or something like that, and you can get a mini plus a pencil for like $5.
Yeah.
So it's like literally half the cost. I kind of recommend it. And you get a bigger screen. So,
True.
But that's the rumor. There's also a rumor that the iPhones this generation are going to ship with USB-C enabled chargers, which would mean USB-C ports on the bottom. But, we've heard that rumor before. So
I think it's more USB-C enabled chargers for finally some sort of quick charge to the iPhone.
Could be.
And it's just going to be a C
USB-C
to
to
lightning cable, which is the worst. Not the worst way to do it, but it's like you're doing C everywhere else. Put it on the phone, please.
Yeah. It's a
There's
distinct
no
possibility.
reason to not have it on your phone in 2019.
Yeah.
Come on, Apple.
Yep. No, that's seconded. All of that stuff is true.
I rant like Caleb does, just in less words.
Yeah.
And more volume.
I would definitely still be going on mocking Apple and their lack of USB-C. But I'm really, really excited about this next rumor from the bowels of Foxconn, the assembler of iPhones. So it's legit. The 2019 iPhones won't say iPhone on the back.
Sweet.
What?
Yes, I
What?
captured the reactions. I'm happy now. The rumor is that the backplates of the new iPhones don't say iPhone on them, which, they moved the regulatory information off the back of the iPhone a while ago. And ever since then, it just has the picture of the Apple, and then it says iPhone down at the bottom. And cool. So evidently these new ones are just going to have the picture of the Apple on the back. Probably fair. At this point, I really don't think Apple needs to label the iPhones as iPhones, because everybody who sees an Apple on a phone or even just sees an iPhone knows it's an iPhone. They're pretty iconic. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that, whatever.
To be fair, I had no idea they printed iPhone on the back. I just looked at, I was like, oh, that's an Apple.
Well, yeah, that's
So,
most of the time the person who is holding it, their hand is covering up the word
yeah.
iPhone. It's like, whatever.
It was funny. I was actually looking over at your phone, like, does it? And I was like,
It's
I
like-
guess it does. Then you moved it. I'm like, oh,
there,
it does.
right there.
So
There it is.
fair
And
enough.
also, most case manufacturers have at least 1 or 5 options where the Apple logo is cut out
Right.
Yes.
because you have to let people know you have an iPhone.
Yep, it's important.
It
It's
is.
important
It
because
Marketing.
that way they know that if they send you a text, whether or not they're going to get the blue bubbles or the green bubbles. Super important information.
yeah.
I'm not sure if it's coming across how much sarcasm I intend with that statement, but it is super important information. Okay, anyways, moving on to some iPad rumors.
Ooh.
So this is something else that we could be expecting actually at the iPhone event on September 10th. Could also be coming at an event in like early October or later October. Could go either way with that one. But new iPads, we are expecting refreshed iPad Pros sometime this fall. Rumor is that the iPad Pros are going to be getting triple lens rear cameras because that's a thing. And the regular iPads are going to be getting dual lens rear cameras like the new iPhone XR or whatever replaces the XR. And Landon is making a face. Oh, man.
So stupid.
Listener, I'm not sure if you have heard Landon's thoughts on tablets with rear shooter cameras on them, but suffice it to... Well, Landon, why don't you sum up those thoughts for us?
Move the camera to the front. Move that camera to the front for a decent Face ID, not Face, for a decent like FaceTime camera. And while you're at it, I've said this to do as well. Put it on the iMac and the MacBook and the MacBook Pro, and just get rid of this stupid thing on the back. Just, okay. I will say I can almost justify it on the Pro because some people may be doing augmented reality stuff with that. And that kind of makes sense. Almost. Even then, very, very niche market. They're going to just buy their own really nice camera to do that stuff with anyways.
Yeah.
So, come on, Apple. Just don't. I know you're going to, but don't.
I knew I was going to get a reaction with that. This is great. So that's the rumor for the iPads this fall.
You're really pulling a lot out of him today.
Oh, it's fun. And like the funny thing is, like, I don't actually have anything that I seriously want to rant about today either. So we got to get it from somewhere because otherwise our listener's not going to get his daily dose of ranting, and we can't have that happen. Their daily dose. I'm sorry. I did the whole assuming gender thing, and I don't do that normally, and I promise I'm not a bad person. Anyways. Okay. So
that went that way.
So here we're just going to take a left turn for a moment, but we're back on track. This is not actually a rumor. This is straight up news. So non-Apple batteries put into iOS devices will now make it so that your iPhone, for instance, is not going to show battery health in the settings app because Apple doesn't approve of those batteries. They're not Apple-approved batteries, and so you don't get battery health. Now, here's my thing. It's really not a huge deal. The batteries will still work just fine. Absolutely nothing changes about the way you use your phone, except if you go into the settings app and you tap through on battery and you go to battery health, it's just going to say, this is not an Apple-approved battery, and then not give you any data. Okay, not a big deal. But Apple, like, why?
It's so stupid. It's another one of those things. It's like, I get it, but it's stupid. You could very easily just, if nothing, like, I get because you, like, obviously this voids warranty and other things like that. That's fine because it's not Apple approved hardware. I get it. But it's like, you could just put when the first time you power on this device with this battery, it says, this battery is not Apple approved and yada, 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 void warranty, all that crap, whatever. Why take away the battery life stuff? It's like you can easily still give at least within 5%. And I get that's another reason is they're doing it because they can't officially say within 1% of what the battery is going to be. That whatever. You can still do at least within 5 probably with a non-Apple approved battery.
Yeah.
Again with the rants, but seriously.
I wonder if it's a legal thing.
No, it's an Apple.
This is an Apple software
it
thing.
Apple
This
side?
is
It's totally software.
the warranty stuff. Yeah, that's legal stuff. That's I fully and understand it. I'm on board with that. That's fine. If you want to not have Apple's warranty by doing your own battery or getting a
Well, and honestly,
Apple approved
if
battery,
you're replacing
whatever.
your battery in your phone's probably not under the warranty period anymore anyways.
Yeah.
So whatever. It doesn't
True.
matter if you're voiding your warranty. And I'm with you. Like every time you power on the phone, if the phone pops up a warning say, "Hey, you have a non-Apple approved battery," that means that your battery estimations and your battery health estimations might not be as accurate as they normally are. And it also means that if your phone explodes for no reason, it's not our fault or something like that. Like sure, pop up that warning every time somebody powers the phone on, not wakes it up, but powers it on from off. But give them the estimate of battery health anyways. It's just a useful software feature and doesn't make you look like a colossal douchewad.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is it really makes it paints Apple in a terrible light. And honestly, most of Apple's customers, iPhone customers, are probably just going to take it to their carrier or to Best Buy or somewhere like that and then have the battery replaced there for $60 or whatever, $70, whatever battery replacement costs. And that's what most of them are going to do. So most of them are never going to see this warning because those places are going to use an Apple-approved battery. And honestly, you can order Apple-approved batteries from places like Amazon and iFixit and that kind of thing. Put them in yourself. And as long as the battery has the chip, like the logic on the battery that Apple is expecting to see, then everything will work just fine. It's if you take it to a third-party place that says they'll replace your battery for $40 instead of $70, trying to save $30, then you're going to get this little thing and it's like I said, it really doesn't change the way your phone works, listener. So if you have an iPhone and you're worried about this, you can get those batteries, get the $40 replacement, buy the $20 battery off of Amazon and replace the thing yourself. That's okay. The battery's still going to work just fine, but you're not going to get your battery health estimation. And every time you go into the settings app and you go look at the battery stuff, it's going to pop up a notice that says, "Hey, your battery is stupid." And I just don't get why they would do that. It's kind of rude to their customers. Whatever. Apple occasionally, like that's the thing. As much as I say like Apple does treat their customers really well, does a lot of things right by the customer, and that's why they have such a loyal fan base. That's mostly true. That's not to say that Apple has not always done stupid things by their customers. It's just they do it typically less than most companies do, I suppose. But, this is definitely one of those things where I'm just like, come on, Apple. There's no reason to do things this way. You're not doing anything other than making yourselves look kind of stupid. But there it is. Just wanted to make sure that that you, listener, with an iPhone that needs the battery replaced, you may have heard something about this. I just want you to know, you can get the cheap batteries. The battery will work. You're okay. You'll see some weird notices on your phone. That just means that Apple is being kind of dumb. Hopefully they'll stop being dumb with a software update at some point in the future. But until then, your battery's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like I'm apologizing for Apple being turds, but, that happens sometimes.
Welcome to my world in Microsoft.
Yeah, we've all
got that.
We've all been there.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I was sitting here thinking, I'm like, I don't know. The only thing I can think of is legal. If someone really was like, you the battery life thing said it should have worked and it blew up on me. Now I can sue you because that's the only thing I could think of. But I don't know if that would even hold up in court.
Well, even if the battery life said this and it did that, it's because it's a third party battery. Legally, Apple has no reason.
They've
to
got nothing over that. And the thing is, Apple can in the software log that there's a non-Apple approved battery in the device. They can totally log that in the software. In the firmware on the phone, they can associate it with the user's Apple ID in iCloud, so that if somebody's phone does blow up and they're like, Apple did this, Apple can be like, no man, you had a third-party battery in there. That was their problem. If you wanted to guarantee from us that the battery was going to be okay, you should have got one of our batteries. You chose not to do that. Here's the proof that you chose not to do that. That's on you. And that's all they need to do.
Yeah.
They don't need to punish the user from day to day, because the honest truth is the battery that they got might be just fine. It might be perfectly fine. Yeah. There might not be any reason to, and they're not liable for it. They can log the thing and they're off the hook, whatever. They don't care. but they just kind of have to be like just poking people about it. It's like, that's the thing. It's not a big deal. It's just annoying. Like,
Yeah,
don't do annoying things, Apple, please. Like, we don't like being annoyed.
Yeah. Anywho.
So yes, that is all of my Apple rumors / news that are not gaming related. I do have one piece of Apple gaming rumors, which is weird, but should I save that? I'll save that for gaming. So, but it's coming.
Oh, cool.
You wait, listener. It's coming.
Well, it is. Well, yeah, it is coming. and so is that Apple event. So we're all excited for. What are you wanting most out of that? Honestly, what's the one thing that you're like looking forward to, if at all?
$500 iPhone. I want an iPhone that starts at $500.
Is
they have one? It's 2 years old.
Okay, no, I want a new one, or the XR starting at $500. If they take the XR, if they announce a whole bunch of new phones, they announce a replacement for the XR, an 11R or something like that, starts at $600, $650, or $700, and then they make it so that the XR starts at $500. That would be okay. I just want an iPhone that is at least like within the past year and a half.
Yeah,
I want that at $500. I want people to be able to buy an iPhone with Face ID for $500. That's what I want, brand new from the factory.
Well, you heard it here.
That's what I want.
If he gets it right, boom.
Heck yeah! What do I get if I get it right?
Pat on the back.
Oh yeah!
I mean, come on, it's awesome, right?
Sweet,
sweet. You
so
get the
exciting.
recognition.
Oh,
for the episode, the next episode that happens, we'll put Caleb was right.
Yes.
See?
Okay. Ooh, I'm really hoping now.
Actually, I don't have the authority of that, so let's just throw that out
You're
there.
writing checks you can't cash over here.
And then I look over at Lennon. Can we? Right? Anyway, all right, well, let's move on. Sounds like Landon over here in Google Land is going to give us some news.
Yes, I have some news. Some interesting / unfortunate / do I really care / do you care / should you care news.
You sound like Jason from Friday the 13th. A lot of slashing.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we go with Freddy with one slash, but it's like 5.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's almost Halloween. I got to get these in here.
He's got like a whole binder of them, listener. He's literally just opened up a binder that is full of nothing but Halloween horror puns, and we're going to hear nothing but that for the next month and a half.
Oh,
you
great.
are welcome.
So, Caleb, we're going to record on a different day.
We're just not going to tell him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Guys,
anyways.
I'm out of the episode. I just don't hear me. What's going on?
Not sure what happened. Audio problems.
Must be. Well, we'll fix it next time.
Okay. The news that I have is Google has officially released the name of the next version of Android. Now, what we've all been wondering since the beginning of the letters is, what are they going to do when we get to Q? What are they going to do? What? I mean, and especially this past year, it's like, hey, we've come to this point, and what are they going to do?
We've been musing on this for like a year.
Oh, yeah, everyone has. I mean, it's like,
Landon keeps suggesting quiche, and we're all just
the
like,
most logical thing.
It doesn't. It's not a sweet treat.
No.
It's not.
It's not. But it's the most. It's like that makes.
It's
the
like
most
the
kind
only
of
food
sense.
that starts with Q.
Really. And
Quackers.
so if Google has decided that no more desserts or sweet treats or any sort of food, this is going to be officially known as Android 10.
Not X.
No, 10. 10. 10.
So I'm glad somebody was listening to the podcast. Thank you, Google.
Yeah, Google is actually somewhat smart in their naming in this case. Android 10. And so their reasoning behind this is an inclusivity thing.
Okay.
Because they want to be included with everybody else that has 10 products out there right now? Is that...
That's
No.
We got Windows 10. We got iPhone 10.
You got
anything
an
with
iPhone
10 and
X.
X, I guess.
Mac OS X.
I'm interested.
And
Lay it on me.
No, the reasoning with this is because being a global, worldwide brand, some of these desserts and treats that they've had aren't as well known in other places. Like, you know, is nougat something that everyone knows about everywhere? Or Kit Kat, is that a brand that's available to buy everywhere? or different things like that. I kind of get that, but at the same time, it's like that's the stupid reason. That's not the real reason. That's just what you're telling people. The real reason is you couldn't find anything worth using the Q name. Partially, also because you're gonna run out of letters eventually. So what are you gonna do after that? 10 is a solid number to just start. Okay, we're going to go with numbers now. That makes sense. Just tell us that. Tell us that's why. Not because, we want everyone to know what we're talking about. No, you just can't come up with a name.
PR stuff.
Yep.
PR.
And I get it. I'm fine with it. I was actually kind of thinking maybe they will do this. Who knows? Yeah. And it makes sense. I'm not upset about it. It's fine. And also because the statues they've come up with the past couple years have been garbage and stupid, other than the Oreo one was actually kind of cool. But other than that, everything since Kit Kat has been meh. The Kit Kat one was good. The Jelly Bean one was great. The ice cream sandwich one was pretty good too. But everything past Kit Kat, other than Oreo, has just been it's been the bug droid holding or standing next to whatever the thing is. And it's like, that's lame.
Yeah.
So, but there still will be a statue, apparently. They've commissioned somewhere to make
That's where your X is coming in?
No. They've commissioned somewhere to make a 10 to put in the Android offices. So it's not going to be out on the lawn like the other statues were. But they're going to make a 10 to put.
It's just going to be the bug droid standing next to a 10 maybe instead of a cake.
That's the other thing. So they've done a little bit of rebranding here. So obviously with just the naming and whatnot is different. But the lettering, the font is changed just ever so slightly. They've tweaked it just a little bit. And the bug droid logo now is just basically the head of the bug droid. There's no body. There's no arms. There's nothing. It's just the head. So that's kind of weird. But I get it. Android 10 makes sense to start here with the numbers, switch away from everything. They've like with the statues, you've kind of gotten the hint that they were just kind of doing it because of lip service, basically. So I get it. Okay, now some actual interesting news that I actually kind of like. Inside of Google Photos, you can now search for text that is in these photos.
What?
And it works. I've tried this. So, listener, a while ago, I never talked about this on the podcast. I did talk about it with Wes and Caleb for a while because I thought it was funny. I bought a new printer, and in order to install said printer or do some updates or whatnot, it gave me two different. On the computer, it told me to do one thing, and on the printed paper it told me to do a completely different thing. I was like, okay, which one do I do? And I had to do some guessing. And I took a picture of it to send to these guys because I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But I still had that photo in my Google Photos. I haven't deleted it yet. So I was like, oh, on the paper it says important. So I searched for that, and it popped up. And that's kind of cool because now, I do this on a somewhat regular basis, and I know other people do. If you have a document or something, say there's like, this is my use case. So if there's a notice at work for this recently, my work summer party, I wanted to take a picture of it to get the details to send to my wife, and so I could remember. So I take a picture of the bulletin board posted that's there. So, and now, if I, instead of trying to scroll through, if I've taken a bunch of photos since then, if I want to scroll through and try and find what it is, I can just search for party, and it'll pull up this thing. And it'll work. And that's pretty cool. And now we have Caleb over here with this surprised look on his face because he just tried it and it worked.
It worked! I have a photo that has the name, or has the word name in it, and I searched for name, and that was the only thing that came up. So apparently I only have one photo that has the word name in it, but that's dope.
Pretty cool.
I can use this to search my memes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, jeez.
We're going to start getting a lot more
There's
memes.
gonna
In
be
the
Yeah, you
Slack
are.
channel. Oh,
Now I
goodness.
can find them again.
It's okay, you and I were the only ones really doing that.
That's true.
So now you can join.
Yay.
But this is, it's a genuinely useful feature. It's actually
Totally.
really
It
cool.
really is.
Especially like if you take pictures of like business cards or something if you go to a conference and instead of collecting all these business cards and like, okay, whose is this? What is all? And you eventually you get rid of them or something. You can take a picture of it, and you could do this before where you could save it and it would go into Google Docs, and that's actually pretty handy.
Yeah.
But if you haven't done that yet, you're like, okay, I think I know this guy's name. You can type it in. Oh, there it is. Picture.
Yeah,
Perfect.
contact information.
Cool. Yeah,
everything.
And then you can save it into Google Drive.
Well, holy crap! You can start doing this with like documents, important documents that normally you would file away, so that you have them on call later on. You can just recycle the paper copy and keep a digital copy, and then you can easily find it and get rid of filing cabinets altogether.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited!
Now,
no more paper.
Yeah.
So is this work with? I know he says photos, but is it only certain types of photos, like
photos with
versus? Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Is it photo meaning like the difference between like JPEG, GIF, all that stuff? Like, is it just a certain?
I mean, that one that I was just literally just a random meme that I downloaded off of Imager. So like,
it could be
okay. I just wondering,
that
like,
could be anything. It could be PNG, could be JPEG, could be.
And that's
whatever,
why I said like, could it do a PDF?
I'm going to assume probably not videos.
Yeah.
But yes,
we're probably getting there.
Probably, actually.
Google is smart enough.
Yeah, I guess I was just meaning like those quick, like it's still in your photos a GIF when you send it. So that's why I was like, oh,
I don't know about like that stuff. So far, I mean, I only can test it out with photos, so I don't know.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was a little more to that or not.
But. Yeah, I don't know. I have read that you should eventually be able to copy and paste the text as well, which you can do that with Google Lens inside of Google Photos. But from what it sounded like, is you could be able to do that automatically. I couldn't figure out how to do it myself, so I don't know if that just hasn't rolled out. I thought this would have rolled out with the text search, but I don't know how it works. I just use Google Lens if I want to do that, and it works great for that. I've done that. I've taken pictures of like recipes, and I want to save it in my Google Drive, so I'll do the Google Lens and I'll copy and paste the whole thing and put it into a Google document, and that works great.
Gotcha.
But so I don't know exactly how this copy and paste thing's supposed to work. I'm assuming it's using Lens, but in the background, I don't know. But the search for text does work, as Caleb just said, and I tried it. It worked fine for me. So it works on both Android and iPhone now, and that's pretty awesome.
That is.
Very cool. Okay, that's all my Google news. Some general tech, and this, I think we all saw this coming. The Huawei Mate X has been delayed again. Because
it's a folding phone in 2019.
Pretty much.
We just can't have any of these.
Now, they are still hoping for a 2019 release. This was supposed to come out in September and be, or was it late August or early sometime? It was going to be the first commercially available phone, and because Samsung delayed theirs. Now
outside of China, because the Royal Flex Pi exists.
True. Largely commercially available.
Globally available, though not in the US.
But Samsung may get that again, because rumors are September for them. We'll see if that happens. But Mate X, again, delayed because, again, folding phone in 2019, it's just going to happen. Again, they're still hoping for sometime this year. They haven't said even a time frame other than sometime this year. That could be December 31st. Midnight Hawaii time.
Yeah, anybody that was really looking forward to the iMac Pro knows how that feels. So
yeah. Yes, exactly. So we'll wait and see if this actually comes about in this year or not. So yeah, that's all my news.
Gotcha. Oh, that's really good news.
I guess
we could end the show. I'm just kidding.
There's no gaming news, right?
I mean, I guess there was some big gaming thing in Germany, something called Gamescom.
Was there? I kind of missed this.
He legitimately did.
I did. I straight up missed it. I still have gaming news, but
which I'm pretty surprised about, to be honest. But
well, let's be frank at this point. Hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
No, did they actually talk about anything that I super care about and that I pay a ton of attention to? Because I kind of doubt they did. Like, all of the games that I'm looking forward to have been announced at this point. Like, really, the most interesting thing that I'm aware of that happened in gaming in the past week was we got a release trailer for Control, and it looks amazing. But, like that's kind of it. And I guess everybody's whining about the Epic Game Store, but that's not news.
I was going to say, what's
that's
normal.
It's been happening for a while.
That's normal. No, well, let's go ahead and let's talk about a couple things on the Microsoft side, because obviously, I enjoy that. So I'm going to go through quite a few of these things. Obviously, the big thing was Gears 5, that they basically just revealed Horde mode, which adds new gameplay features and ultimate abilities to signature mode. With this, which is cool, so now each character has their own ability, like ultimate ability. Now, I was kind of looking a little bit. It's not like an Overwatch ultimate ability, but each character has a certain thing that'll help with the battle, which is really cool. A couple things too. They also released skins from the Halo universe to be in Gears, so which is interesting. So if you had pre-ordered or got the Ultimate Edition of Gears of War, you can now either be a Spartan from Halo or the Terminator,
random,
or Sarah Connor. So you have these universes that can do this, and each one of them has their own abilities.
Wait, which version of Sarah Connor? Like
I haven't
T1,
looked.
T2?
I think it's
Sarah
T1,
Connor?
T2.
Okay, cool.
Well, obviously, because they're promoting the new movie with the Terminator, with the Sarah Connor from T2 that's going to be in it with Arnold. Please tell me you have. You've seen this, right?
No.
Yeah, and what's his name's coming back to do it. So it's going to be in the timeline of after T2, is what they're saying. Is
okay,
this.
so no T3,
right?
Ignoring the rest of the Terminator movies that have come out since T2.
And the main guy that did T1 and T2 is coming back to do this.
I might actually watch that movie.
Is what they said anyway.
Okay, interesting.
So that's why Gears is promoting it.
That's random, but yeah, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were on board.
I did not know that Terminator movie existed. No, wow.
Fair enough. But you can also, so it says on here, like the crossover characters like Sarah Connor from Terminator, Dark Fate, and Kate, and I want to say it's Emile, but it's Emile. Is that Emily or Emile?
Emile, yeah.
Okay. Emile from the newly announced Halo Reach character pack, which will come into the Gears of War, which is kind of cool. Kind of a cool crossover. I mean,
they own all of the properties.
Right, so they can do this. But they look pretty cool of what you can do. So, cool thing. Gears 5.
This is basically the Microsoft version of, Smash. Smash Bros.
Gosh.
That's...
yeah, in the Gears universe. That'd be interesting. Yeah. That'd be kind of funny to be Cuphead. And why not?
We got Sarah Connor in there. Why not Cuphead?
Yeah, why not?
Mugman. Get them in there.
Get some peasant from Age of Empires in there, just because.
Heck yes.
With the and he has the voice track of him, so you don't know what he's saying. He's just
Oh no! In that case, we need to get somebody who, because the peasant. No, they were all the same, weren't they? So you can still get the Rogan.
Yep. Rogan.
As long as I can hear somebody say Rogan in Gears, then I am fully on board.
Oh, awesome! So and also they introduced a campaign trailer, which obviously is focusing around Kate, which is the woman in this series and everything. Yep. So,
well, she is the main character of Gears 5,
right?
Campaign.
And I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not going to say what. If you haven't played Gears 4 or read the book that's in between 4 and 5, there you go.
It turns out that Marcus Phoenix is a roach.
Did you say Phoenix?
Phoenix.
Thank you.
Phoenix is
a roach.
Phoenix is a roach.
All right, moving on.
Has been the whole time.
All right, let's move on from Gears. Let's talk about some games that are coming to Xbox Game Pass. That was a big thing that was announced at Gamescom. Devil May Cry 5. That's on Game Pass, which is pretty cool. That's
I'll play that. I'll play that.
Stellaris Console Edition joins Xbox Game Pass, and Age of Empires Definitive Edition joins Xbox Game Pass for PC.
I already own that game.
Yes.
But okay. I mean, that probably just means that when they finally do the definitive edition of the second game, then that will also be on Game Pass.
They've announced already.
And
all
the
Age
third
of Empires
game will be. They haven't announced a definitive edition of Age of Mythology yet, and I'm still a little peeved.
You know what they're doing? They on their Twitter feed, they keep posting stuff about Age of Mythology.
Really?
On the Age of Empires Twitter feed.
Well, they better do a definitive edition of Age of Mythology, because that game was so good.
They will.
So much fun.
All right, so August 19th is the Stellaris, Devil May Cry, and Age of Empires. Devil May Cry is for Xbox Game Pass console. It doesn't say
bummer.
actually for the PC yet. I'm just going to throw that out there.
We'll see.
Stellaris is for both console and PC. Next ones that are coming is on August 22nd is Ape Out. That's coming for PC.
Okay.
I didn't look up the synopsis of that one. Kingdom Come Deliverance is going to be both Xbox Game Pass console and PC.
Okay. I'll try that.
And then August 27th, Bard's Tale 4 console and PC. And then the new one this new horror one that's coming out, Blair Witch Project, which is releasing on August 30th.
Yes.
Is going to be on the console and PC. Also, they announced that Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition gets a release date, which will be November 14th.
Nice.
All Age of Empire Definitive Editions and Age of Empires 4,
Yes.
that'll be the newest one, will be on Xbox Game Pass. So,
yes.
Awesome news for there. But if you do want to buy it, you can pre-order it for $19.99. But if you are a Game Pass subscriber, you can get it for $15.99.
Yay!
If you just
I might actually buy that because I'm Age of Kings, man. Such a great game.
Before you buy, let's talk about crossplay.
Oh.
So, listener, if you've got a big old Steam library and you're like, okay, I get it, it's coming to Xbox Game Pass and Microsoft, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy Game Pass for just Age of Empires. Guess what? These definitive editions are going to be on Steam, and Age of Empires Definitive Edition number 1 is on Steam now. And they have crossplay. So, if you are still wanting to be on Steam and not really buy into the other platform, you can get it on Steam.
And you can still crossplay with the people that have it on
crossplay.
Windows, which is like that's
Yes.
good. That as a person who does own the game from the Windows Store because I bought it before it was available on Steam.
Yes.
That's nice.
It is. It
I
is.
appreciate that.
Now, from what I've researched, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you get it on Windows Store. You can't expect to get it on Steam's platform if you have Xbox Game Pass, if that makes sense. So, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can only get it through the Windows Store, but you can't get it through Steam. But you can buy it through Steam, but those two can still cross-play as of right now. Now, just a side note here, I had found out that if you own Age of Empires Definitive Edition, and you've been playing it recently, to actually start cross-playing with Steam today, you have to go back and download the Xbox client, which I'm sure Microsoft has been toting on your Microsoft Store page that says, download this. It's probably the biggest thing you can click on. You can find it.
Yeah.
So you click on it, you download it. It's basically Microsoft's Steam client, if you will, but it's just Microsoft's client for their games. You'll have to re-download Age of Empires Definitive Edition because they had to re-release a new client for Age of Empires to do this crossplay. And in that, then you have to link your Steam account. Then you can play with crossplay with Steam. Yep. It is not that hard. Basically what I did is I just uninstalled my old one, reinstalled the new client, and they said, if you're an achievement hunter like me, basically you're getting double the gamer score because they're basically just saying, oh, you've unlocked this over here. Bing, here you go. Here's whatever you unlocked over here. It's 100 gamer score. You get it over here again. There you go. Free gamer score for all the achievement hunters out there.
Yeah.
Me. but the most importantly, you're going to crossplay with Steam, which is, I mean, this is a huge step, guys.
Yes, and more of this, please, because as an Astroneer player, for instance, I would love if Astroneer would crossplay with Steam.
Oh, wouldn't that be
because
awesome?
that would be just fantastic. It would be the best.
It's coming. Now, this crossplay is going to affect Gears 5. Same idea. You link your Steam account. You can buy, if you have Xbox Game Pass, you can play it on Xbox, server side, or anything from Microsoft, you get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just want to keep it on Steam, you can buy it outright on Steam.
So you will be able to buy Gears 5 on Steam.
You can pre-order it right now.
Dadgum.
Yep.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Microsoft, for not being jerks about that.
I thought so. I thought it was really cool. So, it's a big step. I would like to say that everything's been tested and great. I would just give it a 10% chance that maybe at the very beginning of this, streams might not cross very well.
Well, you know what? If we want to stress test this crap, maybe I will buy the definitive edition of Age of Empires 2 on Steam.
I would love
and we can try it out.
I think it would be good and a good stream for us to do, to be like, okay, this is what we had to do. This is what it's seeing. This is how it's communicating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that would be good.
Yep.
I would love to do that. Are you gonna buy Gears 5 on Steam?
I mean, if Gears 5 is going to be on the...
That's what I'm saying. That would be
Game
really
Pass,
hard
so
for you to buy these games.
See, I can justify Age of Empires because Age of Kings is one of my childhood, that massively influenced my childhood as a game, and I love the game, and I periodically do just come back to it and just play local random maps and stuff like that, just for the nostalgia of the thing. And so I know that $20, I would get $20 worth of enjoyment out of a high def version of Age of Kings.
Right.
Gears 5, I don't know if I'm gonna get $60 of enjoyment out of it because I enjoyed Gears 4. I paid $20 for it, and I got $20 worth of enjoyment out of it, so $20 doesn't really worry me, but 60, it's harder.
Right.
And since it's going to be on Games Pass anyways, I may as well just play it there. So I probably won't do it with Gears 5, but Age of Empires 2 is a good option for testing this because, I know that I'm not going to regret buying it on Steam.
Okay,
so
here's a question. They said that this also should be with Master Chief Collection. Are you thinking of buying Master Chief for your Steam? Because that's another one I would love to try and be like, okay, will this actually function?
I would love to go back and revisit the first Halo. That's the only one I've played. And I don't know if buying the full-on Master Chief Collection is worth it just to go back and revisit the first Halo in HD. So, I don't know.
Just wondering.
I don't know.
Just throwing it out there, because that's coming as well.
Yes.
Okay. Moving on, Gears Pop is a thing, and that actually is released. That released on August 22nd for Android and iOS. Gears Pop, that... Okay. So this is business partnership with the Coalition and
Funko Pop.
I couldn't think of their name there for a second.
The folks that make the really cutesy plasticky bobbleheads of various nerd culture and pop culture stuff.
Yep.
That everything has a Funko Pop at this point. I know. You want Overwatch Funko Pops? You can get those.
Yes.
You want Big Bang Theory Funko Pops? That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Basically,
Doctor Who, totally out there. Star Trek.
Body with a big head of whatever kind of character you would like.
Yep.
Not a bobblehead.
No. It's not. Yeah. But I believe the head does move. I think they are kind of action figures. You can pose them, but it's not like bobblehead type.
You know what they really should have done? And this would have just completed the trifecta perfectly.
Oh.
You get Gears, you get Funko Pop, and you get Mountain Dew to make the game fuel Gears Pop.
Well, Gears does...
Oh, my pun meter just broke. Ow.
That's a good one. But Gears is with Rockstar. Gears is doing that with Rockstar, but I don't know if it's the... I know they're doing Gears, it's the under the lid code for Gears that's coming out. They always do that, but that's a good idea, though.
Yes, it is a good idea.
That's a lot of cash split. That's a lot of money.
This is why I should be working at marketing for these big companies.
Anyway, Gears Pop was released for Android, iOS, and Windows 10 devices, and it is cross-save. So if you're playing on your phone and you're like, this is awesome, I'm having fun, your progression, also if you get on say, your Windows 10 PC, you're just like, oh, I want to play Gears Pop on my Windows 10 PC.
Because reasons.
There you go. All your progress and everything is saved.
Oh my gosh, that game would be harder with a mouse.
I was doing the same thing.
It would be harder.
So this...
You get a touchscreen Windows device.
True. I guess you could do a tablet.
Fair.
Okay,
that's fair.
Windows 10 tablet. There you go.
Well, there you go. There's so many all-in-one touchscreen Windows.
Yeah, laptop with a touchscreen. Yes, this is a game that definitely was designed for touchscreens, so it'll play better with a touchscreen.
Right. Now, this game, I've played it. I support the Coalition. That's the people that made Gears, and I was like, you know what? If they come out with a starter bundle or you bought this, I'm going to buy it because I'm going to spend the $10 and give it to them because I want to support them. So I did. And I have found out that you level way more doing that than actually playing free. Just buyer beware or free or by downloading a free game because Caleb's done a lot of battles and he can't even get to level 2.
I seriously, I get no experience. I'm just like it was Wes told us that, like, on Slack is like, oh, hey, guess what? Gears Pop is, you
Yeah.
should download it. And I had apparently pre-ordered the thing because I opened up my phone after I went to my home screen after I opened up Slack, and I'm like, oh, there it is, downloaded itself. And so I started in, I played a couple of matches, like, whatever. And so I played it, like, for a couple of days. And then Wes is like, I look back and Wes is all like, hey, if you want to join a team, or what are they?
The crew.
Crew. You want to join my crew, then it's this, here's the name of my crew. And I'm like, oh, I should do that. And so I went back to the crew screen in the app, and it's all like, you have to be level 2 to do that. I'm like, oh, okay, so I need to gain some experience. And so I played some more matches, and then I found my experience thing on the screen. It was 0. It was straight up 0. And I'm like,
Yep.
how have I not gotten experience? And it's not like I was just doing like training matches or something. Like, I was playing other people. I was getting matched with other people and winning and stuff like that. And then just not getting any so I don't really understand how that game works.
So,
but okay.
Okay, so buyer beware. How you level up and get experience is you level your little Funko Pops of your Gears character. The way you get to level them up is not by using them; it's by collecting more of the pop characters, and then you it's like if you get 4, then you can level this up to a level 2 Funko Pop. Now, how do you get these Funko Pops? You get them from loot boxes. And how do you get loot boxes? Obviously, easy answer is you can pay money, get loot boxes, or 2 is you keep battling.
You win a bunch.
And you win. So when you win, you get like win streaks and you can open them. But these boxes are timed.
Yeah, and you can only have 4 of them at a time.
Until that one opens and then you can do another battle. Now,
but it takes like 2 hours for them to open.
Yeah.
So,
or you can spend money and open them now.
Right.
So, yes.
It's a did freemium game.
It is a freemium
and holy
game.
crap.
It is. It is a very
Kinda
big
hurts.
freemium game. But it is fun. I guess the way I could best describe it is Plants vs. Zombies. If you have 1 and 2 player, but both of you are sending zombies at each other, it's the best way I could kind of describe it. Because I don't play a lot of mobile games, and I'm sure there's other games that are like this. I don't know that are this way, but that's basically it. You're sending your Funko Pops to attack the other person, and that person's trying to send their Funko Pops to attack you. And whoever can get that person down fastest wins. So,
yep.
Fun little time waster. Awesome.
It's a little bit less fun when you realize that you can't actually get experience for anything.
Yeah. I found this out. Because when I sent that out, I didn't just send it to you guys. I've got a bunch of people and at work and stuff. I'm like, hey, check this out. They're like, dude, I've played like 20 matches and I just can't get experience. And I was looking at it and I'm like, I was like, oh, you have to level them up. Oh, you have to play. Oh. See, and what had happened is, like I said, I used my Google credit that I get from Google Opinion Rewards. I was like, oh, here's $10. Yeah, I'll buy the beginning pack, starter pack, whatever they had.
Yeah.
And I was like,
sweet. So you like instantly leveled
so
to like level 5 or something
I'm at
like that.
level 9 right now.
Oh, jeez.
And because I'm like, oh, cool, I'll upgrade. And I'm destroying people.
Well,
for obvious reasons, because it does.
Because nobody else can level up.
Exactly.
They're just like, I don't know how to make
So
it.
yes, this is a pay to win.
I hate pay to win.
It is, but it is. But I feel that this isn't really a. I mean, you can get in. They're like 2 minutes tops.
Yeah,
matches.
they're pretty
so
quick.
You can get in, just enjoy it, just kind of quick. But I don't feel like it's forcing you to buy anything. But after this experience thing, I'm kind of like, they may change that a little.
Yeah,
because I think they're trying to make some money.
That would be nice. That would be a good change. Change that a bit.
Yes, please. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about some hardware a little bit. They did reveal. They had announced that you could pre-order the new Xbox One X Gears of War edition. I'm gonna be honest, it looks sick. Have you seen it?
I haven't. No.
Okay, so basically it's an Xbox One X cake. It looks like they've decorated it just covered in ice, but the gear symbol's kind of hanging out of the ice on top of it. But they also did a controller that goes with it, and then a hard drive that extendable hard drive that kind of has that whole theme, and you get all the Gears games.
Nice.
So Xbox One X with that. So cool. I was like, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Let's continue. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. That's still a thing.
Yeah, evidently.
And apparently Season 4 has big news. They are going to allow PlayStation and Xbox play together.
Yes.
Well, play against each other.
Right.
Now, I tried looking into how, like if it's just Xbox versus PlayStation, or if it's a rando, they can put a PlayStation Xbox together. I'm not sure if they're going to allow you to sync and be like, hey, my buddy on PlayStation Let's work together. I don't think it's going to work that way. I tried looking it up. They haven't announced how they're going to do it.
What I had understood was they were basically just saying, like, the friends list and all that stuff is still separate between the platforms. But when you get dumped into a match of 100 people, there's going to be people from Xbox and PlayStation just kind of mixed together, which is to the effect of makes the player base bigger, which means that matches happen faster,
right?
Which is good because not as many people are playing PUBG as are playing stuff like Apex and Fortnite.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah.
So
if you do play PUBG, you're not going to have to wait as long for matches to happen. So that's good.
So I tried to look into this. Now, does this, maybe you might know, does this also include mobile? It doesn't say. Because there is the PUBG mobile. And obviously there's the PC, but they would tote the PC, but I don't know if this includes mobile.
No, it does not include mobile.
Okay.
Mobile is still separate.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint PvP was revealed. Wasteland 3 has a new gameplay trailer, which a lot of people are enjoying. Romero Games and Paradox Interactive gave people a glimpse of Empire of Sin. So that's John Romero. People call him legendary because he helped create Doom. He was level designer on the original Doom. And Metro Exodus, the 2 Colonials, is on there. It's a main story expansion, which people are really enjoying. Let's see. And then obviously more and more trailers of many different games that weren't Xbox. Obviously there's more reveals of games that are coming out. Borderlands 3, etc.
Right.
A lot of things like that.
A lot of conversations about stuff like that.
Very, very much so. All right, let's look at this too. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I actually went through all of mine. I thought I had another one. So I went through the most important ones I want to say out of this is the crossplay with Steam.
Yeah.
I think is they're doing really well. Caleb and I can try and help confirm this a little bit more when obviously it does come out. All right, so you're going to buy the second one in November?
Probably, yeah.
Are you going to buy the first one on Steam?
Probably not. Okay. I already own it. I don't see any reason to buy it again.
Fair
but
enough.
I'll probably buy the second one when just like I will buy all of the Age of Empires games because at some point in the future I'm gonna have the whole like, well, I'm not a part of this subscription service anymore, and I don't want to lose those because like I love those games.
Right.
So I will probably buy all of those. So buying the second one on Steam versus Microsoft Store probably doesn't really make a big difference, but yeah, I can grab it on Steam just so we can check it out.
And then more and more games, it sounds like. Now, someone did ask Microsoft if they're going to be doing this more with their first party. And what they had said was, we don't have any plans right now to do that with more first party. And a lot of people are taking it like, oh, Microsoft's not going to do any more games. All they said was, we don't have plans right now. Because this is releasing season. They're getting new hardware coming out here soon.
And they want to see how it goes with the first couple of test titles, you know? Like,
and what better game? What better game? Age of Empires.
Oh yeah. No, like from a multiplayer standpoint especially, like being able to like have the Steam people and anybody else that owns the game play together, that kind of tosses you back to the days when all you needed was an IP address and then you just punched that into the land, like whatever, you were good to go.
Yeah, so which is awesome. I'm excited to test this out. But that's what you'll have to do. You're going to need to link your Steam and Xbox account. I did not see if you have to link your Xbox account under Steam. I haven't verified that. I haven't looked, but they were saying to do the Age of Empires from the Xbox client on your computer. You link your Steam account there.
Yeah. So doing the linking on either end probably makes both accounts aware of each other.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, so that's all the gaming news that I have, but I do know Caleb's got some.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Listener, this is what you were waiting for.
Okay, Kool-Aid man, calm down.
No. Oh no. But now you know. Okay, so Apple Arcade. This is a cool thing that they announced back. That was the one cool thing that came out of that one crappy event that Apple had last spring.
Yay!
And we've been waiting a long time for additional details to this. And what has happened is Apple employees are now able to subscribe to Apple Arcade. And so because of they're basically just doing an internal, like, kind of wide range test with a few titles just to work out bugs and stuff like that in the system and refine the user experience. So that's all that's going on there. But that does mean that because more people are involved, some details are starting to leak out. So we got some rumors. First of all, I just want to clarify that Apple employees are actually paying money. They are subscribing to this thing with money, but they're paying the 50 cents a month. So, they're not paying much money. It's technically they're paying in for a beta, but yeah, it's not really much cost to them. But there are 6 games available in the beta. The games themselves are also in beta. They're not finished with development. And so, like, some of them are actually still pretty early on. They'll supposedly all be available at launch of Apple Arcade, because there's going to be 100+ titles available at launch in Apple Arcade. But there's these 6 right now, most in a fairly refined state. They're playable. They look pretty fun. One of them is I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically The Floor is Lava.
Okay.
And looks like a lot of fun. And then there's a couple more. They're very kind of indie title stuff where it's like the focus is more on unique gameplay and unique visuals than it is like blow your face off melting like visuals and like stuff like Gears would do or something like that. They're not really going for the whole hog like bam, and that makes sense because these all have to run on Apple TVs and iPhones and Macs
120 frames per second.
Frankly, stuff that just doesn't have a whole lot of graphical oomph. So they're all indie titles, but they look fun, and some of them look pretty interesting. And the final price of the beta is being guessed at. Now, this is coming from people inside of Apple via people outside of Apple that have, obviously talked to them. So the informants are not giving up their names, and they may also not have correct information. But
it's always
here's
good.
the thing. Like, regardless of price, Apple Arcade was always going to be tempting to me because it was basically like, here's 100 games that will not have in-app purchases of any kind that you can play on your Mac and your iPad and your iPhone and your Apple TV, and you can switch back and forth between all of them, and your save data syncs across all of them. That has always been the thing about it that was really exciting to me. And at $5 a month, I will 100% be subscribing to that. That is the rumored price that we are going to be getting this fall when Apple Arcade launches. Is $5 a month subscription, gives you access to 100+ games that you can play on all of your Apple devices and all of your newer Apple devices, and have cloud syncing and everything with them, and multiplayer aspects in some of them as well. It's not like they're all going to be single-player experiences. I'm sure that some of them are going to be turds. And there's probably, like, of the good ones, I'll probably only enjoy half. But that still leaves me with, like, I don't know, like 40 to 50 games to play. Like, dope. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, that's
for
cool.
$5 a month, I'll totally do that, especially since if it goes well, they're going to keep adding more. So, yeah. Sounds pretty awesome. Really excited about Apple Arcade. That's all my gaming news.
Just kind of throwing this out there. I mean, if you're on the fence with this, you're like, there's no games. I mean, if you support it, then they can get licensed games like, say, Super Mario Run.
Yeah, maybe.
Things like that.
There's a good chance we might see Nintendo games release under this subscription.
Right.
That's entirely possible.
And so if you were ever on the fence of like, I don't want to pay for it, but then you get a subscription with all these games plus that or something, but they,
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is all of the best games I have ever played on my phone have been from really small indie titles or indie companies that were just, working on a labor of love that has unique visuals, unique gameplay, unique story, something like that. Yeah. Really interesting stuff going on. Alto. And that stuff like Transistor, it's stuff like Alto's Odyssey, Alto's Adventure, it's stuff like Monument Valley 1 and 2. They're just a whole bunch of games like that are almost like an art piece more than they are anything else. And they're good for a couple of hours of entertainment, sure, but that's always worked for me pretty well. And basically what Apple Arcade looks like is for $5 a month, I get 100 of those that I can play through at my leisure, with more coming. And the promise of more, because these indie developers are going to be getting their funding from Apple instead of having to rely on their own ability to sell a bunch of copies of the game. And that just gives them some security and allows them to create these awesome games, and then I can play them. And everything about this sounds excellent. There is no downside that I can see.
It is cool because, the games that come to my mind are the ones that were remakes of old games, but they remade them for the phone. Like, I loved the remake of Final Fantasy 1 on my phone. It believe it or not, it came to Windows Phone. Believe it or not, that was one of the big games. I was like, no way,
wow.
Pop. But it was a good port. And this could be something that Square Enix could hop on and just put. I mean, you can get Final Fantasy 7, 8, almost to 10 on your iPhone.
So here's the thing. Square Enix doesn't have any problem moving those games on iPhone because they're a huge publisher. They just have to announce the game exists, and people are going to get it.
Well, I know it's on Android.
They don't have to share with Apple in order to get the publicity out there. It's the indie developers that are making these games that are, in my opinion, like criminally underappreciated.
I get you.
They're the ones that are going to benefit from Apple Arcade, and I will benefit by having their stuff more easily discoverable for me and just right there at my fingertips.
True.
I want more stuff like Alto's Odyssey. I want more stuff like Sky. I want more stuff like Transistor and that kind of thing. I want Firewatch to come to my phone. You know, that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. Like, I don't want Nintendo to release Zelda via Apple Arcade, but I'm really looking forward to Oceanhorn 2, which is basically a Zelda game, except it's made for phones.
Right.
And that's what I'm looking for, you know? Like, I want these indie titles that are people that are really passionate about playing games, making something that they care about. And this is just Apple basically making it really easy for me to get access to that stuff. And that's where I think this really shines. And yeah, it's not going to be big AAA thrills and stuff like that. And I do like big AAA thrills. And so I'll get those thrills somewhere else. You know, eventually I'm going to actually get around to finishing Horizon Zero Dawn. And then I'm going to buy God of War. And, you know, I'm really excited about that 4 years after it actually released. But, you know, and in the meantime, though, I have a pretty high fix for indie games that are just unique, that are interesting. Even if I don't love them, and I don't finish them sometimes. I don't finish them, but just the experience is great. And Apple Arcade looks like it's going to scratch that itch really, really well. And I'm super stoked about that.
Well, especially if you say it's coming to your Apple TV.
Heck yeah.
Easy to sit down and pop something on.
I am stoked to use my SteelSeries Nimbus more than I have been using my SteelSeries Nimbus because my SteelSeries Nimbus is still my favorite controller of all time.
Can you say that one more time?
SteelSeries Nimbus.
There you go. That was pretty good.
Now, my question is, there's one game that if it's not there, not that I would be doing this anyways, but this is a deal breaker. It's a game that Apple has had for as long as I can remember. Their version of chess.
As far as I'm aware, no actual Apple-produced games are going to be available on this platform.
I'm not going to do it.
Or Apple-developed games, I should say, because technically all of the games are getting production money from Apple to finish production. But Apple is not developing any of them. They're all being developed by third-party developers.
Well, that does it.
What's up with chess?
It's a game that if you've bought a Mac, it's there.
Yes.
And I don't play chess unless I'm on my like that was one of the first things I did on my Mac Mini after I set it up. Like, oh, there's Apple Chess. Like, and I play, and I lost rather quickly. But I was like, it's just a game. It's like Solitaire on Windows.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's just something that it's there. You're gonna play it eventually, whether or not you want to. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
like accidentally. Oh, I'm playing chess now.
Yeah.
Speaking of Solitaire on Windows, when you get Solitaire on Windows, guess what? If you get the freemium version, there's a lot of commercials.
Yeah. There's no ads in chess. In fact, there's no ads in Mac OS. That's kind of like
good. Because
yeah,
I was excited. I was like, oh, I want to play Solitaire. This will be fun. After my game, it's like, here's a video and all this. I'm like, what?
I don't know. There is something wrong with the way that your operating system is functioning. If you open like your navigation menu and there's an ad for Candy Crush, that's a problem.
Hey, we talked about this already. We don't need another rant on that.
No,
we did.
Yeah,
Sorry.
No, but
backing off.
That's a good point, though. Like, what the heck?
But yes, no freemium stuff in Apple Arcade. I'm excited about that.
Good.
Now, this is one service that I'm like, that would be really cool to have.
Yep.
I'm not going to get it because don't think either the iPads I have are going to support it.
But you have a Mac.
As I say, you
I
have
do
a
have a Mac. But most of these games are going to be probably better on a. Well, I don't know. They are on Apple TV and stuff. So
most of them I think are going to have controller support built in, which means that at least at kind of a basic level, a keyboard and mouse will probably work fine.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see.
But the ones that I would be more interested in would be ones that I could play on a phone or an iPad or something. And like,
right.
I don't have those devices.
Yep, I do.
Well, obviously.
And he will be the one testing it for us.
I'm happy.
We'll definitely get more information on that.
They need these games to come to Apple Watch.
No.
You know, there was one game that I had on my Moto 360, and it was actually really fun.
Was it a snake or something?
No, it was like
Pong.
it was like a space shooter where you're a shape. It's kind of like a Pong, like a Atari game where you're like this shape. You shoot little things at other shapes coming towards you, and I played it on my watch, and it was actually pretty fun, and got really difficult pretty quickly. It's like 2 or 3 levels in, like, oh, this is difficult. I'm gonna die like immediately.
Well, never mind.
Any news on Mario Kart for Android?
No.
I was just wondering if there was anything. I didn't hear anything.
Nah.
No, when it's there, you'll know. Oh, I will be putting that in Slack.
Oh yeah,
Immediately.
That's
this will
awesome.
be all he will talk about.
Yes, and I'd try it out too. I'd download it and try it.
It's fun. I really liked it.
I wonder if they'd have like, if you have Nintendo friends, if it's like like how Mario Run does it, have a little thing to show, hey, this is what
I'm
your
sure
buddy
they will.
did.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. There's no reason why they wouldn't.
That just means Landon's gonna wreck me in another mobile game.
I look forward to it.
Dude, I remember. Well, I started way later.
True.
And I just remember I hopped in and I'm like, "Oh, what's Landon got?" And it's like everything completed.
Yep.
I'm like, "Bruh." But, I mean, it's good.
Yes.
Oh, I did have one more thing. This wasn't a Gamescom, but this is something that Minecraft announced back at. I want to say it was E3, but it might have been before that. Minecraft announced their Super Duper pack to be upgraded visuals and 4K and blah 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 blah. And, super duper. They canceled it. They couldn't get it properly, and what I'm assuming is they couldn't get it to work on all devices like they wanted to. And then shortly after that, they said, "Hey, Minecraft on PC now has the ray tracing."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Now, it's
Maybe I had repressed that. Actually, that maybe I didn't forget.
now okay. The demo that I saw, that I looked, it actually looks pretty cool.
Yes,
It looks cool. Now,
technically, it looks good.
yeah, yes, technically. Now, they didn't release saying, "Hey, you're going to need to have this super duper graphics card to do this, or
Well,
you're only getting certain frames."
My fundamental issue with the whole thing is that Minecraft as a game, as like at its core, is based around not looking real. And so here we go,
Bingo.
slapping the most realistic lighting effects possible into a game that is from the ground up designed to look fake. Not like the limits of the technology mean it looks fake. No, legitimately it's designed to look fake.
It's like more fake than Legos.
Right? And and that's like that's
why-
my big thing.
You know, I thought the exact same thing when they announced a 4K version. I'm like, why?
Yeah, that's
I get because you can. That's fine.
And to
but
be
it's
fair,
like,
I can
but actually, I did see noticeable improvements to the visuals. Like going from the regular to that one. I'm like, okay, you did it. That
like,
looks good. But it's like still.
4K texture packs make the thing so that you can have it at a 4K resolution. And like 4K resolution in Minecraft makes sense because you can see more,
Right.
And the whole one of the fundamental tenets of Minecraft is that it's a huge open world and you can do whatever you want. Giant sandbox, have fun. And if you can see more, that makes a lot of sense. Adding realistic lighting effects to that doesn't improve the fundamental gameplay at all. It's just drawing it as far like I've seen the screenshots, and from my perspective, it really just draws attention to the fact that this game doesn't look real. It's fake. It's not. I don't understand why you would put your effort into that. That being said, Minecraft does make them a bunch of money, and they probably have way more developers that are working on it than they actually have features to implement. So it was probably the kind of thing where somebody was all like, "Oh my gosh, we've got this entire team of developers over here not doing anything. We have enough money to pay them, so it's not like we need to lay them off. We just need to give them something to do. Implement RTX support, I guess? Cool." I think that's probably exactly what happened. I definitely feel like sometimes Minecraft is starving for work to actually do.
And they're making money. They make a lot of money.
Right, they make a ton of
realms.
money,
They
and the
do.
game is basically finished. There's nothing else to they can add skins and whatnot to it. More skins and more texture packs and stuff. And
villager, pillager stuff.
Yeah, but it's like they're not fundamentally changing the gameplay. And so just, taking a team of people and slapping them onto implementing RTX support is just like, okay, I guess. Like, why not?
Well, and I assume not only will the PC have it, but I'm assuming the next generation consoles will have it. Because they have that.
Yeah, you'd assume.
Can have ray tracing support.
Supposedly.
So. Yeah. Supposedly.
That's what we've been told, but...
But yeah, there's your Minecraft news there.
There you go.
Anywho, I think that's everything. Correct, guys?
Yes.
Yep. Awesome. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening. We appreciate that. And if you ever want to get a hold of us, you can definitely hop on our website, get a hold of us there. Sometimes Caleb and I stream.
Sometimes.
I wish we had a definitive night, but it's just our schedules don't.
Yeah.
But anyway, but thank you for listening and have a good week.
Bye-bye.
See ya.